Jasper National Park in the province of Alberta is the largest park in the Canadian Rockies. We're driving the Icefields Parkway, a road that runs 144 miles from Banff National Park through Jasper.
The Canadian Rockies seem to just go on forever.
And the scenery here is mind-blowing. Look at that. Just enormous glaciers, jagged, rocky mountains, and you can see the glacial scarring everywhere.
The Parkway is one of the most beautiful drives in North America, and it's a great place to see wildlife. And this morning, that means tons of bighorn sheep.
It really makes sense why you see wildlife from the road so much. This is the path of least resistance, and just like us, they like to take the easy way sometimes too. Look at the horns on that guy.
When you see a ram with horns that curl around like these, you've got an adult male. Females have much shorter horns that curve only slightly.
It seems like morning definitely is the best time to spot wildlife. Everybody's out having breakfast.
A little bit further down the road and we spot this guy. There are about 900,000 black bears in North America, and more than half of those live in Canada. He's probably hunting for buffalo berries. They're an important food source for bears, and they can put away as many as 250,000 of them a day. After another hour or so on the road, we hit our first stop, the Athabasca Glacier, which is part of the Columbia Icefield.
This sign right here is telling us that the Athabasca Glacier used to be at this point in 1925. The sign that marks where this thing was at in 1935 is way down there.
When heavy snow hits the mountains, it compresses into ice and forms a glacier. But the Athabasca Glacier has been shrinking for more than a century.
We drive past more and more date markers, almost to the base of the melting glacier, a full mile away.
You can see where this glacier once sat. I mean, it took up this entire valley.
And still,
Man, that is a massive glacier.
It's enormous.
It's carved out this valley. You've got these jagged peaks that are lining the glacier, and it's carving out that perfect U shape. It's amazing to think that this is a 3-mile long glacier.
What's mind-boggling to me is how big it once was. And glaciers, by definition, they retreat and then they come forward again. This glacier is receding 32 feet a year.
Glaciers are early indicators of climate change. People have been tracking the retreating ice footprint here since the late 1800s, but the rate of ice loss accelerated after 1920. Melting glaciers make sea levels rise, and the ones here are a triple threat.
They're feeding rivers that go not only to the Pacific Ocean, but to the Atlantic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean.
That's why seeing this thing recede so much is troubling, because it does affect so many different water sources. It affects the entire environment.
The Athabasca Glacier melt feeds the iconic Athabasca River, which is the source of the stunning lakes and waterfalls that we find along the Parkway.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.